Hi everybody, welcome back to Cids Modded Life, Season 3, Episode 71. Get myself straight here. And I'm just over here in the Atlantis. I'm summoning a quick wither. Because, you know, needs to be done. Boom. 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 That's not going to help now. And yeah, wither. Nether star. This is the reason I need this. This is something I don't really use in modded, and I don't know why. Because I'm kind of getting my head around the idea that vanilla mechanics are quite useful for some of the things we do. Now I can never remember how many iron blocks it is, but I think if I take 3 stacks, we have got enough, haven't we? And if I remember my beacon, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, isn't it? So yeah, you see, something I really don't use much. I'll grab a gold ingot for thing. I mean, I think you can use iron as well. Now the reason I want this is simple enough. I started clearing some terrain over here, and whilst I insta-mine dirt with my pick, I don't insta-mine stone. So it occurred to me, and I may want to clear some more space, which is why I'm looking. This might not be big enough. So it occurred to me that if I go 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? Let's have a look. You got 1, then you got 2, then you got 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, then you're wider. That's right. And then we come out like a so, and then like a so, and then like a so. Like I say, there's something. I honestly can't give you a good reason why I've never really bothered using a beacon. I guess it's because I'm playing modern. I kind of get fixated into the modern mindset of, you know, everything we do in modded is better than vanilla, which is quite simply not true. And I'm kind of getting more and more into the not necessarily the vanilla mindset, but into the idea that we can do these things in vanilla, and we have all these little tools and toys. Incidentally, it's still quite warm in the UK, so apologies if you can hear road noise, but yeah, it's hot. And I need some windows open and a variety of bits and pieces like that. So let me just throw this down, and then I can continue with the excavation. But I thought, you know, starting with killing a wither, that's always worthwhile playing, isn't it? Bum. That would be like a so, and then like that. And what we'll do is we'll whack this into there, and then when we take this beacon down, we will... Why? Oh, you could get... I don't know. Okay. Well, we'll have haste. Oh no, we'll have haste too, I think. I don't think we need to go any better than that. Now we should really be able to clear terrain. Yeah, this is the bit I wanted because this stone was taking way too long. Anyway, I'm going to continue clearing. I will be back in a short while. Alright, I'm pulling together some materials for a build here. I think I've got the right size. I've got vision for my build. I know what I want. I'm going with some bog standard Minecraft bricks and these bricks for the bulk of the structure. We are going to have 2 floors. We're going to have a grinding floor and a cooking floor if you want. Now I have moved and created a new little, oh hello, missed a couple of bits. Okay, I created a new room, trading room for these guys, and we moved this guy over here because I want to get myself some of the more of this stuff, scaffold, because we're going to use a lot of that. We're going for an industrial build. Let me grab a couple of stacks. That should he'll time out before I run out of that. And let's, yeah, he's done already, but we can always come back and get more. We can always get more of them if we want as well. That's kind of a thing to consider as well. So while I'm at it, I have also expanded a little bit. I've got this corridor going this way, and I have placed in here the space to put another one at the back of there, so we can continue expanding this way. Probably get one on the other side of that as well. So lots of capacity for expansion in this direction, lots of capacity for more villagers and more useful trades. Now the other useful trades which are particularly good at the moment is these guys, the old bricky guys, because we're probably going to want lots of bricks at some point soon as well. Need to start playing with the other villagers, but you know, I'm kind of doing that in all of fabric, so I don't want to do these at the same kind of time. So that's the thing. We got all of this coming. We've got some cracked brick as well, just for good measure. We are going to want a few other bits and pieces, and the first thing I'm going to want, the first thing I'm going to want to do is just drop off this lot. Let me just put those up there for a moment and get rid of that. So conveyor belts. We are going to want more conveyor belts. That is a given. I could use pipes, and I will be using pipes for a few bits and pieces, but conveyor belts I think are just more fun. So get me 3 stacks of those. Now how many? 13 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20. Get me 20 of those. 7, 8, 9, 10. Need more trapdoors. 1, 2, 7. I think will do the trick, and that will mean I can do 20 of those. I'm going to want 2 of those now. I've got nothing. Oh, well, I'm going to need those. 1, 2. I'm going to need more than 2. Well, yeah, I'm going to need more than 2, but 2 for starters. And we are going to need to make some of that. 3, 4, 5. Oh, hello. Iron rods, so I can make them that way. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was treated. Let's try. Was it? Hang on a second. Any old stick. 5, 6 of those with that lot. Oh, no. That will make me 3 of those. That will be enough to make me 2 of those, which is what I'm going to need in the first instance. We've got that. I think I'm going to need a little bit of those as well. 3, I'm probably going to want more, so I'm going to make myself one more stack of a few more of those. grab me another 2 or 3. That's it. We'll do 3 of those. And I think that is it for conveyor belts. So yeah, I've been playing around with the design, and the design I've got is hopefully more fun than just, oh, there's more stuff I need, than just piping things around. So we are going to need the, is it this one of those. Which will allow me to make one of those. Because, as you know, we're going to need to take this. So this stuff here, zinc, will not go in anything except a crusher. I mean, we can cook it as it is, but if we want to ore double it, we're either going to crush it, we've got to stick it through an immersive engineering crusher, or we've got to stick it through an art furnace. So zinc, we don't want to do much with. However, we can put coal through an enrichment chamber and double it, or we can crush it and get a slight chance of a spare diamond. You know, let's not complain at a spare diamond, huh? So that would be a crusher item. Iron ore, on the other hand, well, that can go through an enrichment chamber on a 1 for 2. It can also go through a crusher, but somewhere. But we don't really need the cobble, so not really worth it. Aquamarine can only be crushed. Redstone ore, whilst the crusher's there, it's much better to enrich it. So we're going to be splitting all of this stuff off. Chaos ore is crush. Tungsten is just going to go straight to cooking. So we're going to have 3 routes out of this, and so on and so forth. Copper will be enriched. Osmium is an enrich. The ruby is just a crush, and so on and so forth. We'll find out as we go. We'll work out the ideal solution. So diamond, we can crush it with a doubling, or we can definitely double it. Again, diamond better through crushing, because there's a ever so small chance that we get an extra one. Teslatite ore we need to actually do manually. So this is where we are, and these someone will do a comment. They're not actually throwable, but they are consumable. Cool. Well, we'll not bother with those. We'll just take them out and consume them, I suppose. Because, you know, get them out of the way. That actually got a solid amount of XP you're getting from those as well. That's a level per. Oh wow, okay. Got another 79 in there. I'm not going to worry, not going to worry. Okay, so we've got a sorter. We are going to want some mechanical pipes. Not mechanical pipes, logistical pipes. Now they go 1 per millisecond or 2 per second. Can we... So the advanced goes 32 per second. Yep, that's good. And they can go 60 a stack per second. So stack per 20 ticks. And then ultimate is 2 stacks per 20 ticks. Personally, I think we could get away with that. So we are going to need to get that first. Have I not got any of those? Block of redstone. And some iron, I think it was, wasn't it? So yeah, we got to basically move everything. Let me just double check. Oh, so if I put you in there and then that in there, yeah, there you go. That's fine. It'll not take long. I mean, it's only going to give me, like, you know, a few. It's not going to give me 64 for that, but that'll be enough to get us where we want to be. So, yeah, the idea is we need to process those obsidian chest, pull the contents out of it, pull it through the sorting system into a bank of crushers and enrichment chambers. Now, the bank of enrichment chambers will be simpler because we will just use probably an advanced enrichment factory, so each one will be 5. So instead of having 20, we could probably get away with 4. I may do like 10 because, you know, again, why muck around with that? So let me do 16 of those, and logistical pipes, we want 16 of those. That should do the trick. So armed with all of that, we can head back over to the industrial area and start planning the build a little bit. And once I think I've got this building done, I'm going to turn my attention to landscaping this area to bring it in line with this, because I want this area to kind of blend in. I'm wondering whether I can sneak. Actually, let me just go and see if I can. In fact, let's just borrow. What happens if I do this? Can't say I'm thrilled. What I was hoping is if I could get some kind of oil slick in the water bit, you know, for looks, not do anything else. Okay, I brought that for some reason. Right, so let's start off with the corners of the build, which is going to be back here and here. And we're going to come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be a taller building. 2, 3, 4. Now in the middle we should be 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that should be 3 in the middle. So that's a. Yep, I'm happy with that. Again, we'll pop off our top there, and we'll tidy this up properly in a bit. And then we are going to come. Let me just find something I can use for slabbage. Iron plate slabs. I suppose they'll do better. They're better than nothing in the absence of something. So if I come out like a so. Just borrow that as a temporary measure. And then we're going to come down like that, and then out like that, and then it'll be half and half again, and that will bring us up to the middle section. Yeah, so that will be the kind of the shape we're going to have. How do I want to do with this then? Do I want to just cut straight across and then bring that up? That comes to there and goes a couple higher, actually 3 higher I think. And then we'll start like so. So we kind of got that shape going on, and this is crude, obviously, but this gives us a kind of a feel for where we're going and the scale and size of what we're doing. On one side, this side is going to be dedicated to crushing. That side will be dedicated to purifying. There'll be a central line runs through for the things that need neither. They'll come up to the top section, and then they'll be piped back through a furnace array to be processed and pumped out at the other end, and probably directly into the thing. That's the plan. So I am going to very quickly just kind of, I'll use the word sketch. It's not sketch, but you know, sketch out this. We'll take this. I'm just very tempted to, I wonder whether I can get away with that, and then make a taller, steeper roof. Might work. It's worth a try. Just alter these so from 2 very flat roofs and then a steeper roof. Okay, I'm going to get on with that. I'll be back in a second. Alright, I've just been working on the roof idea. So we've got this in. This is my skeleton. I've broken and mixed it up a bit. I'm going to do a little bit of finagling at the bottom, but what I have got now is a whole bunch of this stuff here, which of course we are going to whack in there, and I'm going to turn a whole load of that into this, which we are going to run up like so, and then all the way down the edge and up at the other side. I'm not going to worry too much about the spawning aspect of things right now. I can deal with that later, if I deal with it at all, just because I am tending towards the, what's the word I'm looking for here, the safe solution of sleeping the night away, which, you know, I suppose we could call it the B-dubs approach. Like so, and then, yeah, I think we'll do this as well, and this one. Yeah, there's somebody in a cave somewhere, and then that one and that one. Maybe we can do this. Should have brought some dirt with me. I filled my inventory with tiles though, because I wasn't sure how much of this I was going to need. Suppose I could go and borrow a little bit of. Nah, well, we'll be fine. There we go. So we're going to go around the edges with that. This bit's going to be a little bit more awkward because it's going to. This is too much of a hill. Although I could escape it, I suppose. I mean, it wouldn't take much. If we were to come down here and just drop this entire hillside down a block. Solves my scaffolding block problem as well, doesn't it? Alright, I'll escape the hillside down a wee bit. And we'll see how that goes. Back in a sec. Alright, I've got a roof on and I have now got an inadvertent mob farm, which we need to sort out quickly. Before this becomes a problem. So yeah, let's just plonk down some torches, get this place all mob proofed, and let's see where we take it from here. But the roof is done, so I'm happy with it, and I'm happy with what I've come up with, I think. There's still walls to put in. There's still the question mark over the, you know, spawnability of the roof and some of the other bits and pieces in here, but these are all questions that we shall have to answer later. Right now, I need to think about how I'm going to do these walls, because these walls are a bit of a pain because I'm using these things cut in half. I'm probably going to want a few now. I thought that was just saw movement out the corner of my eye, and I thought, nope. Oh, potion affects you, naughty things you. So probably the easiest thing to do is going to be to run down this edge and at least as far as there, because I don't think we need to worry about anything else, we can take... I went to grab some more dirt. Let me just go and do that. Dirt, dirt, dirt. That should be adequate. And on this side... Oh no, it's not there. On this side we are going to build a dirt wall, and that's going to be what we place our blocks up against. It's going to be a solid thing. There's no windows or anything to worry on these sides. So, and I could use solid blocks, but you know what bricks are like in Minecraft to get your mitts on. And whilst I didn't really have to go through the usual faff of smelting, you know, clay and stuff, you still have to go through the faff of trading with the villagers and getting all of the things you want, and then, you know, coming back. So either way, it's a bit of a faff. So yeah, the next job is going to be quite simply coming down here with this and that and filling this in, and we'll come down so many blocks like so. Oops. And then we shall backfill. I think we're going to be up to there for a while actually, and then I can take that dirt on, rinse and repeat on the other side. It's going to take a hot moment. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, I think I've more or less got it. I just need a little more glass. I need 36 panes, which are, but they're not going to be panes, they're going to be covers. You know, sawn affairs. I also need to grab some basalt wall. I could do with, which one do I like the look of? I don't. Can I get a little, oops. Embellish craft. We've not got anything. Not embellish craft. How about that? Let's take 18 of those. I want some iron bars. I'll do some more because I'm not sure whether that will be enough. That will definitely be enough. Rod. Not the end rod. 2, 3, 18 divided by 3. Yeah, and 6. Take 6 of those, and we need some glass of the, I think it's the frame glass I was using, wasn't it, from Quark. Grab a bit of that, take you, cut you into 8, that will go 16, that'll become 32. I think I said I needed 36, so I need to do another hole. I mean, that will give me more than enough. Yes, 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 yes. Excellent. Right, let us. I appear to have manufactured another 64 of those. Let us head back and I can show you what we got. So still needs an interior, still needs a little bit of finagling on the outside, but this is what we got so far. We got this big window at the front, a little bit of an overhang here. We're going to have the door, it's going to be here, it's going to be another one of these iron doors, which I should have picked up while I was there. And then we've got this big arching space in the middle up here. And what we are going to do there is we're going to run up and we are going to put this glass into these window slots. You'll notice these are not set back, and there's a reason for that, which you'll see in a moment. We also need to think about some lighting. I know I'm kind of, very dismissing of lighting, but we are going to need a little out here just to light up the roof and make it, well, actually make the thing look pretty, I've got a few ideas for things I want to do up here as well, so if I can get some smoke particles, it'd be quite nice to give it that industrial feel. But that is what we got so far. Now up here, what we've got is, if I were to come in and put this there, I'm just going to stick one in the middle of each of these for starters, and then because this will mark my positioning. It's a bit black for the roof, but that didn't form walls, so I was kind of stuck between this proverbial rock and a hard place. So we're going to do this on the roof up here. Hopefully it will all make sense eventually. We're going to have a quick kip up here while we're at it. And I have no idea how long I've been recording either. And I know how long I've been building, which is too long. So what I was thinking is something along these lines. To kind of give it an industrial feel on the top, and then if we come along like this on the top here, I may hate this yet. I haven't. This is the improv of Minecraft building, where you sit there and you play around with ideas and find things you like and things you don't. You know what? I actually don't. Even when I come in and put my iron spike on the top, I do not like that. Now, have we got any tricks we can do with iron bars? Bar panel, that's no use to me because it doesn't center. Those are no use to me because it's, well, no use to me. I've got a sneaking, that's really not any use to me because it really doesn't fit on the roof. Let's just have a look at this yeah, I don't know whether it's this that doesn't work. So if I were to, why is iron bars such a pain to take down? Let's just take everything off the bottom. If I land, I'll get the haste beacon. Just doesn't seem right for some reason. However, let's try this then. Doesn't matter that the roof is flat and spawnable. As long as, because nothing should be able to get in. So I don't even need the bars then, can I? If I do this, that is actually, yeah, that's not bad. Now the next crazy question is if I then do that, that really doesn't work properly, does it? Because my thoughts were then to get you see, it's going to be difficult to hide a campfire in the roof. That's the only issue. There's a smoker, but these I don't think emit smoke. Oh, they do. Okay. So what happens? It has to be placed on a structure. Let's just try something. Let me go. So, yeah, if we can make that dip in, and that might work, and it'll give me something to play with. Let's just come in over here, grab some of you, and some of you. I'm going to definitely need more of those. Probably more yet. So if we can come up under here, and I don't know, let's see if I go like, no, like that, and like that. Let's see how that works, and then throw the smoke emitter in there, which for all intents and purposes of this thing is just going to be one of these little fires, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect, I've got exactly the right number. Am I going to be better off? Let's do some try some campfires and hay bales. I'll be back in a second. Alright, I've spent much longer building this than I thought. Well, I know how long I've spent building it, but I spent longer recording it as well. However, apart from taking the beacon down, because we are more or less finished with that, there's a little bit of cleanup out the front here to do, and then we should be done. I'm keeping it night time deliberately because I would like. I can hear you, mate. I know you're there. Oh, I love your trousers. Right, yeah. I'd like to get a screenshot of this for the thumbnail. So we're going to have to do the interior, start with the machines and the look and feel of the interior. The interior is almost certainly going to be look and feel before, sorry, machines before look and feel. That is because I've got certain things I want to squeeze in there, and then the industrial look and feel of the place will need to work around that. So we've got the interior. I have got my door, I've got my player sensor, and I've got my player sensor. That's why we had to do that little thick shape there. And what's left? Screenshot, I suppose. So yeah, we've got that. It's definitely not spawn proof on the roof. and let us get a screenshot. We shall deal with Chucklehead there. So in terms of its spawn proofness, the roof up here is actually spawn proof. It's just down here that you've got issues, and really I'm not that bothered, because internally is where it matters. So yeah, next episode we are going to work on the inside and put some of those machines that we've been building and some of the other stuff, the plastic over there, to use. Once we've got that built, we'll probably tidy this area up, and then I want to return to Atlantis for a while. I've got some things I would like to do down there. So yeah, I thought I would be there before now, but yeah, you know how things go. But I'm pleased with that. That kind of stuff there, we can probably pipe into the design to make it look like the furnaces are piping up their fumes from that. So that might be nice if we can manage that. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.